meeting.
Yeah, Scott's at home too, huh?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
He was yesterday when I had agenda review with him.
Melissa
He's trying
might
to connect right now, wherever he is.
Yeah, he's trying to
Yeah.
connect.
I see a little
He
wave
is
thing at the
telecommuting
bottom.
this week.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Janelle.
Hi.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
As well as can be expected.
Good answer.
Where are you at, Rob?
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, going good. How are you doing?
Good. Good. Your car sure looks good out there. What'd you do? Wash it?
Yeah, finally, you noticed?
Yeah.
Good answer.
Mel, will Larry be joining us? Oh, you're muted.
You have one
Sorry.
of his
I have my
Fabulous.
two coworkers in here that are
vacation
loud.
schedules.
Charlene, I think he confirmed with you, right?
That's correct.
There he
Now we have
is.
Scott.
There he is.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
I got the slick background now.
Oh.
How do you do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't let me do it.
Privileged for that. I don't know where they get it from.
For some reason, it allowed me to do it on my iPad, but on my desktop Zoom app, it doesn't. I haven't been able to do it there.
Mhm.
Charlene, do you mind giving Larry a call to see if he's having any technical difficulties?
Not at all. Get right on that.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds like Darth Vader just now.
It's looking festive there at your house, Karen.
Oh yeah,
honestly-
I see the tree now.
It's honestly like the one corner I have anything. So, but yeah, that little corner is festive.
That's nice.
Thank you. Okay, that was Larry. So I think he's going to be jumping on right now.
Mel, I tried Larry's cell phone twice. He's not answering.
Looks like he's coming on.
Yeah, he gave me a ring.
Yeah, we'll give him a couple minutes. We have time. Hey, Bob,
Yeah,
you got Pledge of Allegiance?
okay.
Hi, Larry.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Hello.
Okay, so I think we're all here. Before we start, hey, Larry, they had you scheduled as the invocation. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. All right, well, let's get the pre-meeting work session started. I'll call that to order. Roll call, please.
Chair Kurtz,
Here.
Vice Chair Marsh,
Here.
Commissioner Wells,
Here.
Commissioner Harriman,
Here.
and Commissioner Huber.
Here.
Okay, so tonight we have three agenda items, and it looks like two of them are going to have a request for continuance at that time. So we'll be dealing primarily with agenda item number 1, the convenience store, fueling station, and accessory car wash. Is there any questions for staff or on agenda item number 1?
I'm trying to scroll down to that item. I do have one question on the liquor license. Is that the alcohol? Is that that's not just beer and wine, right? That's spirits as well?
No.
It is not. It's specified in the resolution to only be beer and wine.
Oh, beer. Okay. Or beer
Yeah,
and
and it's
okay.
only allowed by code to be beer and wine.
Beer and wine. Okay.
Okay, any more questions on items number 1, 2, or 3 for the workshop? Okay. Seeing no questions, then I'll go ahead and I'll adjourn this meeting to the regular meeting, which will start at 5 o'clock tonight.
Six minutes.
Hey, Scott.
Yes.
A quick question. You had somebody mentioned that City Hall employees are working kind of half on, half off, staggered. I assume that's till a undetermined time.
Correct. I know that they gave word that City Hall will be closed for about 45 days at a minimum, but I'm unsure of how the staff scheduling will be. But for right now, yeah, it's a hybrid setup where half of the staff works at City Hall 1 week while the other half telecommutes, and then we alternate.
Right. How's it going with handling phone volume, customers, applicants, things like that?
We're working out those glitches, but we have the technology to route all of the phone calls to our cell phones. It's not as efficient as it's set up at City Hall, but we're working through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can't be easy with that many people.
By pulling permits.
Yeah, our permit center's been working pretty well once people know how to submit online. We're fortunate that we invested in the online permitting system before the pandemic. So I think a lot of jurisdictions are hurting right now.
That's what I hear. Once you learn how to use the portal, it's no biggie. But some of the other cities waited too long.
Yeah, 2020 had to go out with a bang, right?
Where you at, Larry?
I'm in my playroom.
Oh, I couldn't see you.
in
I
my
couldn't see you.
storeroom.
You're nice and busy, I'm sure.
Yeah, I got 3 people out with the pandemic.
Oh, do you really?
All my residential crew was out.
Wow.
Well, that's got to be a headache.
3 are out today. One's coming back tomorrow. Got a doctor's approval. Pretty bad out there right now.
Yeah, my mom just got admitted to St. Mary's, and she may have it. We'll know tonight, but she wasn't feeling good. She had a fever, and then they did an X-ray, and she had they said a little like pneumonia spot. So they're keeping her, monitor her. And she, you know where she got it? At the Sterling Inn.
Really.
Yep. So
I got a 95-year-old aunt in Illinois that's got it.
oh wow.
Not doing real well. She's pretty healthy, but not doing real well.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
sorry to hear that. Well, I'm clean.
Yeah,
my
me
wa-
too.
and
Me
my
too.
wife comes home. My wife comes home every night as a respiratory therapist. My brother-in-laws won't even come in our house, and I
Oh
tell
my
them I'm fine, you know. So some paranoia out there. Tired, Paul?
Yeah, this, man, my eyes are burning. I've been looking at papers all day long, and now I'm trying to read this fine print on my phone, the agenda. I mean, real fine print. I'll figure it out. I'll do better next time. I print it out myself.
If any of you commissioners want a hard copy, please just let us know. We'll print you one. It's not an inconvenience at all to us if you need that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Because I know sometimes they get lengthy, and I don't want you using up all the ink, your own personal ink.
Okay, well, it's 5 o'clock, everybody, so I think we should get started. I'll go ahead and I'll call the meeting of the Victorville Planning Commission, December 9th, 2020. I'll call the meeting to order. If we could have roll call, please.
Chair Kurth,
Here.
Vice Chair Marsh,
Here.
Commissioner Wells,
Here,
Commissioner Huber,
Here.
and Commissioner Harriman.
Here.
Thank you. Next, we have the invocation led to us by Commissioner Huber and the Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Harriman. If you'll please rise.
Heavenly Father, we gather to make decisions for our community. May we use only our best skills and judgment, keeping ourselves impartial and neutral as we consider the merits and pitfalls of each matter that is placed before us, and always act in accordance with what is best for our community and our fellow citizens. We ask these in your name. Amen.
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 Right hand over your heart and face the flag on your screen. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
To the flag
of the
of
United
the United
States of
States of
America
America
Okay.
and to
and
the
to the
republic for which it stands,
which it
one
stands,
nation under
one
God,
nation, under
indivisible,
God,
with liberty
indivisible,
and
with
justice
liberty
for all.
and justice for all.
Okay, we have a set of prior meeting minutes from November 18th, 2020 that we need to deal with.
Okay, having reviewed the minutes, I make a motion to accept the minutes as presented for November 18th, 2020.
And I'll second Larry.
I have a motion by Commissioner Wells with a second by Commissioner Huber to approve the minutes for the November 18th Planning Commission meeting as presented. I'll take a roll call vote. Chair Kurth,
Aye.
Vice Chair Marsh,
Aye.
Commissioner Wells,
Aye.
Commissioner Huber,
Aye.
and Commissioner Harriman.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Moving on with our public hearing items, we'll start with item number 1. If we could have the staff report and overview, please.
Thank you, Chairman Kurth, fellow commissioners. Item number 1 is case PLAN 19-00050. It is a site plan and conditional use permit with an environmental exemption to allow for the development of a fueling station with accessory car wash and convenience store. A conditional use permit to allow for alcohol sales within the convenience store, and a tentative parcel map on vacant C2 general commercial zoned property. This is located at the northwest corner of Elevado Road and Mojave Drive. The applicant's requesting the proposal, which includes a 3,800 square foot convenience store, a 2,400 square foot accessory car wash, an 8-pump fueling canopy, and a tentative parcel map that would split the 11-acre parcel into 4 parcels. The resulting 2.25 acre site where the subject property is located at will include all of the car wash, canopy, and convenience store. It also includes a space for a future tenant, future restaurant tenant of approximately 2,400 square feet, which is not required to be built, but it's an option for the developer to build out that restaurant at a future date. One of the conditional use permits included in this proposal includes a request to allow for off-site beer and wine sales. The code has been updated over the last 6 years to restrict or prevent single sale serves. Also, this proposal is conditioned to only have up to 10% of the floor area designated for alcohol sales. Also, no exterior signage of alcohol is permitted. Also, let me see here, the project's conditioned for tobacco sales to have that behind a restricted counter, not to exceed a 2x4 display case. And then finally, the project's been conditioned as well to not allow the sale of any type of pornography. These conditions would help mitigate any potential harm to some of the sensitive receptors in the area. When I say that, I mean there's residential nearby. There's also a recently built public elementary school to the north. So with these mitigation measures, staff feels that it brings it to a point where it's still meets the public convenience, but protects the general public. And with that, staff recommends approval as conditioned and requests that the Planning Commission take the following action. Find the site plan and conditional use permits portions of the project categorically exempt under section 15332 of the Environmental Quality Act entitled Infill Developments and section 15315 entitled Minor Land Divisions for the parcel map. Adopt a resolution number P-20-039 approving the fuel station conditional use permit portion of case number PLAN 19-0050, subject to the tax conditions of approval. Also adopt resolution number P-20-040 approving the site plan portion of this case. Adopt resolution number P-20-041 approving the alcohol conditional use permit portion of this case to allow for the sale of beer and wine only, subject to conditions of approval. And adopt resolution number P-20-042 approving the tentative parcel map portion of this case, subject to conditions. Staff remains available should you have any questions. Thank you.
Okay, are there any questions from the commissioners of staff at this point?
Yeah. Hey, Scott, are all these small car washes at the new fueling stations, are they recycling water with an underground chamber, or can you just brush over that? You don't have to get too.
Yeah, to my knowledge, all of the newer facilities recycle the majority of the water that they use. I don't know off the top of my head what percentage it is, though. I can get back to you, though. But yes,
That's okay.
they are required to recycle a portion of it.
Okay, all right.
Scott,
That was my question.
Scott, I may be able to add a little bit of information on that because we had to go through this recently with some other car washes because we used it to determine their sewer charges. And so they submitted a study to us, and I can't remember the name of the organization. I think there's some national car wash organization. And the newer ones, if I remember right, don't quote me on this percentage, I believe that they recycle approximately, I think it's about 70% of the water is recycled, somewhere in there.
Okay, thank you, Brian. I had a question, Scott, regarding the CUP on the alcohol sales portion. Did I read in here that this area is not in an oversaturation of the census tract area?
That is correct. It's not in an overconcentrated area. However, it is within 600 feet of sensitive land uses such as a school and residential. So if it was not within a overconcentrated tract and not within 600 feet of those sensitive land uses, then the applicant could have requested distilled spirits. But they would have had to have like a larger footprint, like for a grocery store in this particular location to allow for distilled spirits.
I was just wondering because it's been rare with my experience with this commission that we were seeing these type of uses in a under concentration. It's kind of rare.
It is. They got it. Most of our commercial areas are in an over concentrated area of alcohol establishments. But yeah, it's typically around the peripheral of the city on the west side, and this northwest side of the city is where we get into the tracks that are not over concentrated.
Okay, and you may have mentioned it and I missed it, but this just to confirm, will the single serve ordinance applies to this project as well, right?
That is correct.
Okay. All right, then with that, I'll go ahead and open up the public hearing for public testimony. If there's anyone here to speak to the commission on agenda item number 1, now is the time.
If you're here to speak on this item, please raise your hand. If you're on the phone, that is pressing the number 9. I have Rob Marler.
Okay, you can go ahead, Mr. Marler.
Hi, good evening, members of the Planning Commission. My name's Rob Marler. I'm with MCR Engineering. We're the civil engineers for the project, and we appreciate the time that you've allotted for this project. We just had one comment on attachment B and D for the site plan and the parcel map. One of the engineering comments refers to right-of-way dedication for the project, and the right-of-way dedications in the resolution and the condition of approval is not consistent with what we provided on our tentative map and our site plan application. I believe it was just a typo, but wanted to bring it to the commission's attention that the project actually intends to dedicate the right-of-way required per the city's general plan circulation. It's just not consistent with what's being called out in the conditions of approval. In resolution 20-040, it would be condition number 33. And then in resolution 20-042 would be condition number 11.
I'd like to ask staff if you're aware of those couple of items that Mr. Marler just brought up.
I am not aware of the inconsistency. Brian, can you shed any light on that? I can share my screen to show that condition if you'd like to look at it. I pulled it up.
Scott, I'm not aware of the inconsistency. I see that Freddie Bonilla is on, and possibly Freddie could comment if he is aware of any inconsistency. Can you hear Freddie?
Good evening, Brian. Good evening, members of the Planning Commission. Mike, if you could expand on the typo.
Yeah, absolutely. The under subheading Roman numeral 1, the conditions requiring a 70-foot right-of-way dedication from the center line to of improvements for Mojave Road. The plans, the tentative parcel map, and the site plan application are actually request or identifying a 64-foot dedication, which is consistent with the approved street section for Mojave. And then the second is more of a clarification. We are providing 75 feet on El Elvado, but not for the entire frontage, just at the intersection to accommodate the modifications for the intersection. We actually call out two sections for that portion of the road.
Brian, I believe this has to do with the super arterial cross section on our master on our circulation element. This is a master planned intersection, and so if you were to review that cross section where the dedicated right turn pocket is supposed to be, southbound traffic on Elevado the right of way grows from 64 to 75, and then the same would apply on Mojave. Because it's a master planned intersection, there is additional right of way requirements.
Here's what I would suggest at this point. If the applicant is okay with this, my suggestion would be to modify the conditions such that staff would have the option of working with the applicant on refining the right-of-way dedication requirements in accordance with the city's general plan. And if there was any discrepancy in the conditions as written, then we would adjust those. If the applicant would be okay with that, that would be my suggestion. That way it wouldn't delay the approval of this project.
That sounds very agreeable.
And I would like to add along Mojave, which it seems like that's the point of concern. The site plan does accommodate 15 feet of landscaping, which is far beyond what our minimum standard is. So if we needed to take from that planner, I don't think it would impact your on-site circulation at all.
That's true.
Is that agreeable for the applicant then?
Yeah, I believe that is. Thank you so much.
Okay, and does the commission have any questions for the applicant while we have him here?
What was the other section that the applicant referred to? Have we looked at that?
I believe it's the
He
same.
referred to a second section.
Yeah, I believe he was referring to the site. The same condition is in the site. This is the parcel map resolution. So it has that same requirement of 70 feet.
Oh, okay. As the 70 should be 74. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. I want to check and see if there's anyone else that wants to speak to us on agenda item number 1.
Scott, do you mind not sharing your screen anymore?
Yeah,
Sorry,
let me get that off. Sorry.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. I do not have anyone else raising their hand, and I did not receive any emails about this item.
Okay, thank you, Melissa. So then with that, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing, and I'll bring it back to the commission for a determination.
Yes, Chairman Kurtz, Larry, I move that we take staff recommendation and approve plan number 19-00050
The second.
That.
with all the conditions.
All right. Denise, I think you got that one. I have a motion by Commissioner Huber with a second by Commissioner Wells to approve PLAN 19-00050 as recommended by staff. I will take a roll call vote. Chair Kurtz,
Aye.
Vice Chair Marsh,
Aye.
Commissioner Wells,
Aye.
Commissioner Huber,
Aye.
Commissioner Harriman.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to number 2, it looks like that we have a request for continuance on this. But nonetheless, is there anything that staff needs to mention beforehand on this item?
Thank you, Commissioner Chairman Kurth. Yeah, I'd just like to add that we're finalizing the review of this. Just like item 1, it seems like there's some inconsistencies or discrepancies with the right-of-way dedication. So we want to clean that up before it's presented to you with a full staff report on January 13th.
Okay, and do you think, I'm just wondering if some of these right-of-way discrepancies could be a possible hangover from the time that maybe the maps were drawn versus the time that we fairly recently made the changes to the cross sections on the circulation?
I know for this project, this project was approved right around the time that those new cross sections went into effect, but maybe Freddie could provide a little bit more insight on this project. It's for the Desert Grove Shopping Center.
Good evening, Scott. Thank you. Very similar situation to what happened with Plan 1950 a few minutes ago. The super arterial cross section at a master planned intersection is not evenly split. Where you have a dedicated right turn pocket, there is an additional 5 feet required. So the total right-of-way width ends up being 145. 75 of which are where the right turn pocket is, and then 70 on the opposite side of the center line. In this case, coincidentally, both the dedications for Palmdale Road and the Highway 395 are 72.5. So from the outside looking in, it looks like the surveyor basically split the difference. And so that's where the discrepancy is for this specific parcel map.
Okay, thank you. I'll go ahead and open up the public hearing on agenda item number 2. Is there anyone here to speak to us on number 2?
If you would like to speak on this item, please use the raise your hand function. If you're calling in, that will be clicking 9 on your phone. I don't show anyone raising their hands, and I did not receive any emails on this item.
Okay, great, thank you. So with that, then I will leave the public hearing open, and I'll continue this item, make a motion to continue this item to January 13th, 2021 Planning Commission meeting.
I'll second it.
I have a motion by Chair Kurth with a second by Vice Chair Marsh to continue this item until the January 13th, 2021 regular Planning Commission meeting. I will take a roll call vote. Kurth, Chair Kurth?
Aye. Aye.
Vice Chair Marsh?
Aye.
Commissioner Wells?
Aye.
Commissioner Huber?
Aye.
And Commissioner Harriman.
Aye.
Okay, that item has been continued to the next meeting. Item number 3 is similar. It's the self-storage facility. Looking for a recommendation to continue. Anything to note from staff on this one?
Nothing to note, sir. Thank you.
Okay. I'll go ahead and open up the public hearing if there's anyone to speak to us on item number 3.
I don't have anyone raising their hand, and I did not receive any comment on this item.
Okay, thank you. So then I will leave the public hearing open, and I'll continue this item to January 13th, 2021 Planning Commission meeting.
I'll second.
All right, I have a motion by Chair Kurth and a second by Vice Chair Marsh to continue this item until January 13th, 2021, the next regular Planning Commission meeting. I'll take a roll call vote. Chair Kurth?
Aye.
Vice Chair Marsh?
Aye.
Commissioner Wells?
Aye.
Commissioner Huber?
Aye.
And Commissioner Harriman.
Aye.
Thank you. At this time, we'll look and open up for any public comments from the general public to speak to the Planning Commission on items that fall within our subject matter jurisdiction. Is there anyone here that we see to speak to us on general public comments?
If you'd like to speak on this or have public comment, please use the raise your hand function. I'm not showing anyone raising their hand, and I did not receive any comments via email for this item.
Okay, thank you. At this time, presentations and reports from commissioners and staff. I'll go ahead and start with Commissioner Wells.
Okay, well, I don't have anything to report. Other than just have a safe holiday.
Thank you. Commissioner Marsh, anything?
Everybody have a safe holiday and stay healthy. That's all I have.
Thank you. Commissioner Huber?
Everybody have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And Commissioner Harriman?
Yeah, a couple things. I want to say congratulations to Deborah Jones, our new mayor, and our Mayor Pro Tem, Mrs. Irving, who I haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet. And I also would like to, we're going to miss Jim Cox. He's been here with the city for ages. I can't think of anybody who's given more to the city of Victorville, maybe Larry. But I just would like to commend Jim for his service.
Thank you. And I would like to as well. I think probably on behalf of our commission here, congratulations to the incoming council people. And thank you to the outgoing. Thank you for your service. You'll be missed. And I was going to ask our staff here, based on restructuring, do we have any thoughts or updates on the what the next meeting might look like with those that may or may not be here? Has there been any thoughts of appointments or anything yet, or are we just kind of on standby for the January meeting?
So there is an item to bring up the topic with the new seated council at the December 15th meeting regarding all of their committee appointments, including the Planning Commission. It's probably unlikely that they'll end up appointing any commissioners at that date. And they may want to, advertise the position and, have some application period. However, if they do take action, I would still request that all the commissioners, if they're available, still attend in January with the 13th meeting, because you could start off the meeting. We could give you if you are one of the commissioners that would no longer be on the commission, or we'd like to give you a proper departing gift and say farewell to you. So I don't envision that to happen that quickly, but that's the latest information I know of.
Okay, that makes sense. Any other, are there any comments or questions with staff members before we wrap it up?
I have one more thing. We've approved a couple projects and that included some demo to take down the buildings for the new projects. And I'm seeing a couple of them, the Chick-fil-A and the car wash where the Del Taco is on Bear Valley Road. Those buildings are still sitting and they are being lived in by homeless. And I believe there's even been a fire maybe at the Chick-fil-A or the old Marie Callender's location. When are these owners, is there any time frame when they're going to demo these places? Because right now they're just serving as homes for the homeless.
Yeah, I know. I could speak to Chick-fil-A because they've reached out to me. They are aware of the issues with securing the site, and they're trying to expedite the demolition. I haven't had communication with the other site where the quick and clean car wash will be demolishing the Del Taco. But yeah, we'll try to communicate if the issue persists, but it should be momentarily. I would hope within the next few weeks, you'll start to see some activity, at least on one of those sites.
Okay, because the only activity I've seen was, other than the homeless, today we had city staff there cleaning out the trash enclosure and you know, virtually cleaning the area up, and that's not the responsibility of the city. The city's spending money to do that when, in fact, the owners should be doing that. So I just wanted to address that.
All right, I understand. Yeah.
No, go ahead. I'll wait.
Yeah, I'll follow up with George Duran, our code enforcement official, to see if there's some connecting of the dots so we can get the right people talking to one another to resolve that issue.
Thank you, Scott.
Denise?
Is there a limit on the number of car washes, these huge car washes put into the city limits? Is there, you know, we're starting to have them a lot of places within the city. Is there a limit to that in our laws?
So there is not. The car washes are listed as conditional uses. So it comes down to the discretion of the planning commission. If you start to feel that a use is over concentrated in an area, we can address that further. I don't expect us to keep the pace up with the amount of car washes that we've been seeing. But yeah, it is quite a trend recently with the amount of car washes that we've seen. But to answer your question, no, there's not a limit within our code. It comes down to the commission reviewing these cases based on their location and making that discretionary decision themselves.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, anything else, Scott?
I just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hopefully we can meet together in person in the not too distant future. So just everybody stay safe. Thank you.
Yep, and I agree with that as well. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Wishing you a safe, prosperous New Year. And with that, I'll call meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays. Stay safe.
Same to you, Denise. Take care.